Welcome to your PregActive Pilates. This workout is just over 20 minutes long, and all you need is a massage ball. So often, new mothers and pregnant women experience backache and sciatica issues. So, we're going to be doing a nice routine to release through that area, through the tightness of the hips and through the back. So, ideally, this is going to help you feel really good. So all you need is a massage ball. If you don't have a massage ball, a tennis ball, a golf ball, something round and hard will help. If you don't have it at all, then you can just skip out the glute massage at the end. Okay, so sitting, be comfortable, maybe have a cushion if you want to sit up on a cushion. Let's take a nice deep breath in, roll those shoulders up. Let it go. Let's circle through those hips. So just releasing, letting go through your shoulders, maybe even closing down through your eyes. Breathing deep just to let go of any unnecessary tension that you're holding on to. Come to stillness and then circle back the other way. Breathing slowly. Find your center, take a big breath in, roll your shoulders up, let it go. Release one hand down, circle this top hand up, over, get the stretch. Come back up, breathe in. Exhale, other side. Breathe in. Exhale and stretch. And breathe in. Exhale and stretch. Bring back up, and now moving into an all-four kneeling position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Just take a breath in, open chest, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tail, cat curl. Two more each way like this. Breathe, look up. Exhale and round. Last one, breathe, reach, look up. Exhale and round. Come back into stillness and then allow those hands to go wide, knees a little wider, circle through your hips. Maybe even drop down onto your elbows with this instead. Breathe slowly in and slowly out. Bringing some movement, some fluidity to your hips. And circle back the other way. And then finding your stillness. From here, drop back into a child's pose, letting your hips press back towards your heels, getting that deep stretch into your lower back. Stay here as you breathe, letting your forehead rest down. Crawling both hands to the right side. Both hands back to center, both hands over to the other side. Come back into center. From here, come up into all fours. Now, going for a glute stretch. So slide your right knee in towards your right wrist. And then if you can, you open this leg out a little. Slowly sliding that back leg back behind you. Now, this is where you can use a cushion underneath that right glute to assist you. Ideally, you want to stay square with the hips rather than rolling onto that right hip. So a cushion might help. Flex through this base foot, this right foot. And if it is just all too much, you can bend into that back leg and just be more into a Z seat instead. See how you go. Let's take a breath, open through your chest. Stay here, or if it feels good for you, you can start to release forward, dropping down. Maybe further down. So just allowing your hips to open, allowing the tension just to float away. Slow, deep breaths. Two more breaths. Very slowly begin to release your hands back towards your knees. Now press the hands down, slide back, and rock your hips from side to side. Slide the other leg, the left leg through. Again, adjust as you need to. Maybe it's a cushion or a yoga block underneath that left glute. Sit tall, be here, breathe. If you want to, you can begin to move forward or all the way down. Slow, deep breath in. As you breathe out, just let some tension go. Breathing in deep. Letting go of something you just don't need. One more deep breath in. Let it go. Slowly release. Coming back up. Slide the leg back. From here, it's just rocking the hips from side to side. Finding stillness, getting some extension through that hip joint. So lengthen your leg back behind you. Keep that length through the leg, so trying not to go too high. And be mindful not to roll open through that hip either. Holding here, maybe opposite arm lengthens away. Breathe here. Try your best to squeeze through that back glute. Staying just for one more breath in. And out. Releasing. Let's go to the other side, lengthen away. And breathe. So often people think about doing stretching and stretching only, but to strengthen also through your glutes and through your back, it's going to help you, and it's what you need. Breathe here. One more deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. and release. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up nice and high, and pedal through your heels. So good to work into the hamstrings and the calves. They hold tightness that can lead up into your back. Lifting both heels up, breathing in. Exhale, press both heels back down. Again, breathe and lift the heels. Exhale, press them down. Last one here, breathe and lift. Exhale, press back, hold, breathe. Fingers spread wide, shoulders back and down. One more breath here. Let it go. Releasing slowly the knees down. Coming up into a kneeling position and then stepping your right foot through. Tuck the tail under. Lift through your chest. Stay here if it feels good, or allow that left hand to come up and get that slight stretch. Getting that stretch into that hip flexor. Breathe. One more breath here. And out. Release. Swap. Touch. Lengthen. Lift. And over. So the trick here is not to drop as you go over to the side. It's to keep length through the spine. And then it's just that slight lift just to get the stretch into that hip flexor, the front of the hip. One more breath in. And out. And release. Coming through to a comfortable seat. Placing your hands back behind you, allowing your right foot to go onto that left knee. Sitting up as tall as you can be. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can always do this in a seated position on a chair instead. The further you go into this stretch, if you've got the space, you can begin to crawl those hands closer and lift that chest a little bit more, or you can slide your hips towards your heel. Don't force it, just make sure that you've got that opening. Particularly in pregnancy, you don't want to be compressing through your belly, particularly into that later stage of the second and third trimester. One more breath in here. And out. Slow release. Swap to the other side. A lot about this stretching is actually letting go, allowing your body to drop into the pose and enjoy the stretch, to trust that it's safe and that it can actually release some of the tension that your body is holding. Deep breaths here. Slowly release. Lengthen the legs out long and just pointing and flexing through those feet. From here, allow this left foot just to come on the inside of that right thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. From here, reaching up high. And then exhale, circle the hands down and then begin to crawl your hands just a little. You don't need to be coming forward very far with this, it's just the slightest hinge at the hips. Now you can sit up onto a cushion to assist with this, whatever you need. Breathe here. And out. Maybe crawl those fingertips just the slightest bit forward. Again, breathing in. And out. Release. Swap over to the other side. Just notice one side might feel different to the other. Breathe, reach. Exhale. And just creep your fingertips forward. And relax. Try your best to keep length through the spine. Again, be higher with a cushion if you need that extra space particularly. And then slowly release. Shake those legs out. From here, this is where we use our ball. So grab your massage ball, tennis ball, whatever you have. There's two options. One is to be seated, as I will start with, and two is to work with this up against the wall. So if you prefer not to be down, you can go straight to the wall, press the ball into your glute and press that ball into the wall. So from here, if you're staying with me on the ground, place that ball underneath your glute and just start rolling. So you might find a tight point, and if you do, that's where I want you to stay. Breathe. You can have your knees both towards each other and leaning over to the side that your ball is on. So my ball is under my left glute. My knees are heading towards the left. To add to this, place that left ankle onto that right knee, just to get even deeper. I'm getting that ball right into that piriformis, a deep, deep muscle. Hold and breathe. If it's ever too much for your wrist, you can always place your elbows up onto the side of the couch instead, or something that's stable to take that weight off your wrists. We have two more deep breaths here. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. If you had that foot lifted, slowly lower it. Maybe just a little bit more roll. Getting that blood flowing to the area to really help to release tension is so, so important. So this is something you can do daily. And then release. Let's move over to the other side. It's the same thing. Place that ball under the glute, both knees towards that direction, and rolling. Maybe you want to place that leg up, so it's the right leg if you're on the right side. And your tight point or your tight points might be in different locations on this side, might be a different intensity. Just notice that. Find the spot, stay there. Try to drop your weight deeper onto it and breathe. This is more intense being here on the ground than it is on the wall. So if this is way too much for you, then stop. Pick up the massage ball, place it against the wall, and do it there instead. You'll be in a standing position. Breathing. And out. And then slowly release the ball. Come through to a comfortable seat. And then just circle again through those hips. Circle back the other way. Find stillness, reach those hands out wide. Breathe, open the chest. Exhale, hands forward, round the spine. 2 more, breathe and open. And exhale and stretch. Last one. And release, shake it out. And that is your stretch session done. If you want to add a little bit more, join me as we grab the ball, we work towards the wall. Now grab the massage ball, go over to the wall, place the ball between your left glute and the wall. Now rotate slightly to face the left and then start rolling. So you can do this when you are brushing your teeth. You can do this, even holding your baby. You can do this whenever you have 1 minute spare. By doing this regularly, it's going to help you. By doing this once a month, it will help you still, but definitely not as good as frequently doing this. Swap over to the other side. Just notice for you, one side might feel tighter than the other. If you can even do this when you're watching TV, listening to a podcast, when you're doing something else, you'll end up staying here for longer and it will be of more benefit to you. So, on that note, I'm going to leave you here to continue as long as you like. For more just like this, visit PregActive.com where you'll get access to my week-by-week guided pregnancy program, birth prep program, and postpartum core rehab program, all in our online studio. Staying healthy and active has never been so important. Have peace of mind you are keeping you and baby safe with my convenient at-home prenatal specific workouts. Come and join me and other mamas just like you in our PregActive community today.